Hello, everybody, and welcome to Saturday's Guild meeting. It's a good song, and actually, this song is coming back again. So, hope you can hear me there. Oh,
One day,
the commercials on these that are getting implanted in my YouTube videos seem to have a mind of their own. When I try to turn things off, they come out. Now, I've given up. I really want to not miss anybody who comes to view. Hi, welcome in today. Always a rocky start with me, but I'm just going to claim I'm a newbie. Please go easy on me. I'm only just a little more than, I guess, a month and a half in now doing this, and I'm not tired of it yet. I hope you're not either. So basically, that song actually is going to have some significance later today, but I really like it, and it is royalty free, so I'm going to use it. Well, let's get us into our, oh my, it didn't follow with me. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I basically given up on what I would really like to do. What I would prefer to do is to have two different monitors that will show me. There we are. Welcome in to my war room and my beautiful marble inlaid wall behind me here. It's one of the few things we saved from this old ruin when we started to rebuild. Is why I chose this particular site to make our home base. But anyhow, since we don't wear our tabards these days, as soon as I saw the red marble with the veins of gold running through it, I had to have it as an homage to my Horde Guild, Aevitas Validus, and a nod to all my guildies out there who still support me, my loyal officers and friends out there who stop in and view. Whether they are subscribers or not, they do stop in and view and help me get those viewing hours that I need, because one of my goals is to monetize, and I am working towards that. Today, I'd like to talk about a lot of the gains that I've made in just this past week alone since you all have last seen me. Oh, that's cut off just a little bit. I wonder if I can smoosh that around a little. Let me see here. I hope you don't see my mouse. Okay, I'll just move over to this part of the wall. Yes, there we go. So, I'm very excited to tell you about the gains that I've been making with all of your help and support out there, everybody. And I'm so excited about this. So, let me tell you what is new so far with me and all of you. So, I have, as of today, 71 subscribers. I want to thank all of you out there who have chosen to subscribe and support me and watch my channel. And I'm so happy that you're enjoying my different episodes. I would really like to hear feedback from all of you. Which type of playlists are more interesting to you, so that I know where to put more of my energy. And for many of you who are new in the past week, you may have been brought to know about me through one of my very, very short shorts. I'm going to talk about them in a moment. But I have this week posted over 200 videos. There's so much more in the works, so many more things that are halfway made or scripted or semi-scripted or just buzzing around in my mind that eventually I will get to. And so there's so much more to do, nowhere near burnout. I hear all about it. And I'm making absolute sure, and so is one of my most active subscribers out there who does come in live with me and brave enough to chat in the channel with me in the message area now that I know how to read it. But yes, so I usually would try to have my opening and end screens wrap around my episodes more seamlessly, or at least I've tried. I've gotten closer to doing that, but I really need another monitor or a giant monitor. And that's not in the budget right now. Eventually I'll get to it. So because I don't want to miss seeing that I have a viewer here live, I don't want to let anyone feel like I've ignored them or I'm too um, inexperienced to know that they're out there chatting with me. It's too small in the window in the but in Streamlabs I am able to see it, but I have to stretch it all the way across my screen. It really doesn't give me much room to set anything else up so that I can run everything that I want to run at the same time. So I will just accept that for now. Things are going to be rough, but so far my first and most active subscribers have forgiven me for that. Although I think I've also lost some people because of that too. I hope they'll come back. I hope they'll look again and give me another chance. and thank you to any and all subscribers who have spread the word and had their friends have a look at me as well. They may or may not have chosen to subscribe, but they have given me some positive feedback, some information to help me continue to learn and get better at this. So I hope they come back too. And thank you for even just giving me a consideration. So I thank you for that. And so the other thing is, I now have a channel trailer. I've realized how much I really do run off script. Without a script in front of me that I follow word for word, I do talk about too much for too long. So eventually that channel trailer will absolutely be pared down. I don't know how long I should really make it. I'm going to go check out some other people's sites and see what they do. But for now, it's there. And I guess I'd rather have more than less. And you can skim through, cut forward. I try to be very detailed, and maybe I'm too detailed, but that's okay. Hey, I can cut it down later. And if there's something you want to see specifically in a channel trailer, the best ones you've seen out there, let me know what it is, because I will take that into consideration. And I think every couple of months it would be good to have an updated one anyways. So the other thing is, I've learned how to take some of my playlists and turn them into podcasts. Now, I don't really understand, and I haven't researched this yet, so you can tell me, what's the difference between just having my episodes lined up in a playlist by a theme or calling it a podcast? Because I would think a podcast, I should really be there live talking to people about stuff. But so far, I've just basically clicked a button and now it's a podcast. So I've taken the things that are the most populated, that are not from just live ad-lib episodes, but the videos that were made specifically for self-care, for guiding self-help, the things to the things that will involve my binaural beats to do the subliminal messaging, or we'll call it the, I'm not doing subliminals, by the way. You'll hear my voice always in a whisper if not speaking. I'm not going to try to learn how to do the subliminals. I'd rather you know what I'm saying, and then you can pick and choose what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear, because it's all suggestion. And I just want everybody to be well and happy and be reminded that you're worth it and you deserve it. And don't feel bad about it. Take up space. Make a noise. While we're here on this spinning little ball, um, let's just enjoy and do and be everything we can, and with kindness. To ourselves. We have to be kind to ourselves, and often we're not. Often we take care of our own personal needs last. So take care, and I'm here to remind you. And I'm reminding myself at the same time. So it's as much for me. One of my very first subscribers, and that's Blue Flame, he caught on to that I'm doing this as much to help myself, but take people along the journey with me. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And let me see. So significant. I have been playing with the algorithms. I have been listening to people's suggestions, and I have been playing with it as roughshod as it is, as inexperienced as I am. And this time last year, did not know anything about these things with computers and computer apps. And now I'm using all sorts of things in and out, in and out. And I am playing with trying to figure out the algorithm. And I was so excited that the shortest of shorts that I have been making, my 5 seconds, I hope you're not sick of this. I hope you're not sick of me doing this to you. But until May the 5th, the celebration of my second month as a VTuber, I just wanted to do something big for it because I'm still here and I haven't given up and things are getting better. Even if it's slow going, I was so excited that these little 5-second clips, and have my theories about it too, it doesn't give people a lot of time to decide they're bored or they don't want to watch me. And by the time they're swiping away, maybe they've already seen me. And that 100% viewing and the plus 100% in viewership is really helping me. And I have gotten over 1,000 or 2,000 views within a half day with some of these clips. Others, with the exact same visual, just different tinting, is not getting not very many views at all. And doing it as a video instead of setting it up for a smartphone with the 1-to-1 ratio, I've also learned the videos weren't going to be seen as much. More of my people viewing me are using their smartphones, so I'm aware of that. I still want to do the rectangle monitor videos for my big stuff, but I'll be making the shorts, the 1-minute shorts, which summarize those, not all, but some of the affirmations I use in those longer videos. And I've been spending more time in the past month doing the shorts rather than developing the whole big video. So when I say scripts that I'm sitting on, there are larger versions of or extended versions of the shorts on the phone, because I'm thinking first let's show what I can do. Let's share what I have with the people on the phone, because there's more of them. But when you get home at the end of the day and you've got that time to yourself, you're trying to unwind, you're trying to fall asleep, that's when it's time to throw on the monitor. Probably they're still using their smartphone, but for those that use a monitor, and I know there's a few of you out there who've been my subscribers from the start, and you know who you are, and from Everstill, you guys from Everstill over there, code names, and Marcin, for you, I know you're out there, and yeah, I know that you're using a monitor, and also a couple others who raid with me with you. You know who you are. Anyways, I know that you guys are using computer monitors, so, and I know that you're using them to try to get to sleep. So yeah, they're going to be developed eventually. I'm starting to get back to making sure I don't forget to do the proper shows. And since I'm tweaking my screen today, let's bring this up here a little bit. So I've also, as I've been exploring how to develop my community page, I created a new poll. And so if you're here today, or if you're bored, or if you like doing silly things, I took different pictures of me in trying to catch different facial expressions, trying to use my body language to the best of my ability here, to give you some options, because I think it's really cute when you see like a whole bunch of minions or Lego faced men or dogs in costumes that human were cool enough to dress them in because it's hilarious and funny and they're cute. And then you ask yourself, how are you feeling today? So I did a how are you feeling today? How much Venus are you feeling today? And I myself, I love number 8 because I'm blowing my hair in the wind. I like to be a free spirit. I like to be unscripted. I like to just, I make up my day. I don't schedule very many things, so that's just really important. So I like, I'm a number 8. Today I'm a number 8 for sure. And so please check it out. Check out my trailer. Skip through, pan through if you want. Give me feedback on how to make a better trailer. What do you want to see in it? I tried to pick out some good little snippets for people to see what I do. And I'm hoping that I will figure out the theme or what is in common about those few shorts that are so very similar. And also it's a test in branding. Like, I didn't want to do the VC. Like, I'm always going to use Times Roman numeral, the Roman numerals, because in my mind it's chiseled in stone, just like in ancient Rome. I love it. I'm going to keep it always. So that's the font you'll always see. And in the VC, at the end of my little shorts, I'm playing around with different colors. It seems as though the bronzes, the browns, the darkest oranges that are as close to brown without being brown have had the biggest hits. And it also seems like the blues and pinky colors, I thought I was going to rule out the reds, pinks, and blues in future episodes because they're not getting any hits. and I do know some of my subscribers have told me from the early days before I was rigged with an avatar that you see here now, this beauty that you're looking at right now, when I was using the tints on my different ancient Roman ruins photos to populate the screens while I told my original stories, just to hold the channel until I could get my avatar rigged. They didn't like the blues. They didn't like the reds or the pinks. They liked the browns. They liked the sepias. They liked the earth tones or the bronzes, like my armbands here. So I'm thinking that that's something. And I'm thinking that the titles that are short, I thought the titles that looked more like, they look like maybe the names of horror movies. They seem to be the ones picking up more, or is it because it's short? But I'm not sure, because some of the ones that use short words with an exclamation mark that are the words from, like, parry, dodge, run, whatever. Some of those did not pick up at all. So I'm still a little bit confused, but still messing with the algorithm. I'm going to keep doing it at least until May 5th, then I'll give it a rest for a little while. I'll give you guys a break from it. Maybe I'll change the viewpoint a little bit over the next weeks as we get closer. Maybe I'll pan in a little better. But I'm doing it partly to promo, and partly I hope I have a good enough episode for you. But if you notice, these small shorts, they all have a different sound in the last second and a half. And all these sounds will somehow be a part of the big episode that will happen, that I'm going to create to celebrate 2 months in as a VTuber. This gives me about 2 more weeks to hash that out, my 2.5, 3 weeks-ish to hash it out. So I guess I'm going to be 1 week behind actually celebrating it. I haven't quite counted that all out yet, but I'm aiming for that. So those are all the new things. These are my gains. I'm super excited that it hit. I'm super excited that I have new subscribers. Thank you, everyone. And I'm also excited that some of my original subscribers are still following me, and anyone who's given me a try, any traveler passing through. And for those of you who don't want a Gmail account, who want to like, but and you do give me the viewer hours, thank you so much. Even though you don't have to make an account, you can stay private, but thank you for being out there for me anyways. I'm glad to hear from you, and really happy that you're having fun and enjoying my channel. That's what I'm really hoping for. I want to be a fabulous entertainer, and also to help. If there's anything I have come up with or discovered that I'm sharing with you, I hope it does help. So now I'm gonna have to tweak this over to the other side. Let's walk over to the other side of my, we'll pretend I'm walking, yeah, to the other side of my guild chamber here. In my war room, gonna head over this way. Now, what would you have me do, MSoul? I know that usually by the end of my hour online, I might hear from Hero Flame, and if not, so possible things we can do once the viewers are live and chatting with me. You don't have to. You can just watch. You can be shy, as long as you enjoy me filling the airtime with my own voice, my voice to your ears. That's how we do right now. So here are the things we can chat. We can suggest some things for me to do some gaming, but I haven't set up anything, so you're going to see the roughest setups. Usually I have these things all preset across my screens, but because Streamlabs is taking up 3/4 of my monitor, I'm gonna have to do it in bits and pieces, which is why today's gonna be a little bit ugly. But whatever. Let's get ugly. And there is one thing. I have a sneak peek preview for you. I won't play the whole thing because the whole thing is 45 minutes long. I would play it on a tuck-in and chill night if that's what someone requests, because that's when I'll play the longer videos that help people rest, relax, meditate, or sleep. And but I really wanted to show this to you today. I really love it because Hero Flame had asked me, how can we see some of the art you really do? And I don't know if you'll count this as the same as when I paint with my hands or I sculpt something or I'm doing metal work, but this is something I did. The backgrounds you're going to see are created by me interfacing with that Microsoft AI. I don't know, a week or so back, I logged in and it was just taking over the screen, asking me to input words or sentences, and then it would generate pictures based on it. I know it's in the news a lot, these AI programs that are generating pictures and people and GIFs and all of that. So I experimented with it until my trial ran out. And what I got was at least enough background photos to do 2 or 3 videos that are just very pretty, because I like lo-fi music. And originally in the summer when I was starting to do these episodes, I learned about how to make binaural beats, and I was trying to learn how to do chill hop because I can play music, I can read music, and I used to, you know, run bands for kids with guitarists and xylophonists and piano players and even a fiddle. I could even get a note on a fiddle for real, or a violin, but I wasn't trained on those. I did have an electric harp when I was a kid. Tell me, who had an electric harp? But it was awesome. But string instruments are my favorite, so you're gonna hear a little bit of that some of the time. I do sometimes turn to piano music when my brain kind of goes into a fog and I have a long drive somewhere on a highway. It's either going to be a heavy metal guitar riff or it's going to be classical piano. And I don't know why, I appreciate it. So, I'm going to show you this sneak peek. And so, I should workshop the title, and I haven't really filled in all of the details properly, but again, I can't show you my videos straight from my monitor. It doesn't let me do that. It's a conflict with the VTube Studio camera that tracks my face so that I can mouth my words to you a little more realistically. Well, it looks like I'm blowing bubbles, but I am trying to to emphasize my lip movement so that you know I'm speaking to you. But okay, if you have a headache, perhaps I've got a cure. I've heard all the dirty jokes. I wasn't going to lead in with the dirty jokes, but I was debating whether my title should be a dirty joke or not. But for today, I'm being a good girl. Oh, never call me that. But I'm trying to help people feel more comfortable and feel more comfortable with me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be taking the focus off of the screen for the moment. And what I'm going to do now is I have to move things over. It's not ideal the way I'm doing this, I realize, but let's see. When I am, and why I'm a tiny bit, like 2 minutes late today, was because I have to upload these shows right before I go live, so that I don't want the world to see it before I actually screen it when I'm doing a peek or a preview. And so, but this one took some time to process. So I want to make sure that it is up and running before I head to the screen. I'm just going down. I just have to update it now. I'm just checking in. And then we're going to preview. I won't play the whole thing, but I'll play the first little bit, and maybe I'll fast forward through it just a tiny bit. Now, I made a beautiful thumbnail for this, and I forgot to save it on the clip art before I closed it. So I thought I had saved it. So I'm just using a filler for now, but you'll recognize it if you've been to my latest poll. So for now, the title is Heal Your Headache. I kind of hate it, but for now. And you'll see it is ready to be played. So I'm going to give you the sneak peek here.
Welcome,
just setting it up
to my lakeside
and
village.
You can hear it whispering probably at me. Let me see here. Let me see here. Okay, so the background, that's my digital art. That's mine. And you're going to see, just to explain what it is, I'm not trying to take anything from any culture, make fun of any culture. It's actually real things that will say folk medicine from my family. And when you have a headache, my mother always would put a penny on my forehead. Something about the copper in it would draw something, I guess iron from your blood. I don't know what it is, but somehow having a penny on your forehead did make you feel better and got rid of that migraine. The other thing, what's in my hair is lavender sprigs. And because a lot of people use lavender, lavender essential oils, lavender scented products, even lavender infused foods and teas to feel better and to take away migraines. So the goal of this was to have something soft and soothing, and you'll also notice that one of my um, public domain songs that I have, all free, and the songs wrapped around it are from Mixkit. They're very generous effect license that allows me to use the particular snippets of songs, and I just mix them up together in Audacity. So I'm gonna see if I can capture this now. And after I've been doing all this talking, let's see. I'm going in. So the screen. I'm gonna have to drop my war room background for a moment to capture this for you, and then I will undo what I've done. And let's see, I'm gonna bring it up. So here it is. It's not the full view, but hey, it's just a sneak peek. It's just but the moon, basically the pink moon of April. I was very inspired by the pink moon, April's pink moon, and even though here where I live it looked very yellow, but someone thinks it was pink, so it is reflecting in the waters. So you'll get to see a bit of that. I'm sorry that it'll be cut off just a little. I'm going to remove myself from this now so you can enjoy it. So here's a sneak peek of Heal Your Headache. So that's a penny, and if you get up really close, this is a real. I took a picture of a real. It's basically called the Indian penny, and in the 1800s, so this is from 1868. There are some that are older. Oh no, this one's 1874. There's a reason I took 74. But there's an 1868 one out there, 1800s right up to the 1900, where it's a chief in the feather headdress. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. I think it's a really cool penny, and it just shows, you know, they were here first, man. And so I want to acknowledge them. I think it's really cool that they had space, you know, and a penny being something that even a poor person could have and see you and have it, and know you're there. And there's lavender in my hair. I love it. I grow lavender mint. It's very, very pretty, very, very soft. And if you've listened to any of my Brave Immortal Souls episodes, one of the last episodes that I made is Carried in the Wind. And if you go back and look that up, you're going to hear me talking to this disembodied mechanical kind of a voice, which was meant to be, well, it's kind of a fail. I'm going to redo that eventually with better technology, but I was using a voice box that was supposed to change my voice, but it picked up my real voice too, and so it convoluted the whole thing. But the idea is that Venus has put together enough of her broken, amnesiac mind and remembered enough to know where her hometown was. She's gone back to find it in ruins. She doesn't know if her family survived or not. There's no clue either way. And her friend that came with her, who she met on the front lines when she was first a conscript, who helped her get through that training period, is Jick. And you'll notice that whenever I pop a ghoul, I raise an ally to help me fight in Dragonflight, I call him Jick. And that's because there was a short time in the World of Warcraft when you could actually raise an ally, keep them alive in a raid or a dungeon. That was very, very helpful. And they could just run around, so they didn't have to do that terrible death drag back to their body. They could still help you fight for another half minute or so before they exploded. And Jick was the first person in my guild I ever would do that with. And at first he was confused, but he was the only one that mastered being able to get up and start fighting. For some reason, we were the only two in our guild at the time that accepted that this is a thing we could do, and it was really cool. So he would run around beside me in the snow in Northrend, killing stuff, and just because it was funny. So Jick, I'll always remember you. You know who you really are. You are in my Facebook, and haven't heard from you lately, but I hope you're okay out there. And thanks for the good times. So here we are, in this place, and in the Wind episode, she's talking to him about maybe they can rebuild some of it. She just can't abandon her destroyed home. She wants to maybe try to salvage what she can rebuild. And so, even when I talk about my war room, I found a ruin. It was mostly stable. I'm rebuilding within what's there. using the bones. And I feel that symbolically about us too. We get things that are broken, and they're going to be, we're going to have scars and things, but we can still rebuild ourselves. We can still keep going. We can still be functional somehow, and we can just make a plan and find a way. And so here we are, and my mind, in the storyline in my head, here she has started to rebuild and try to draw people in, people who need a home, people who need a place, people who just need a refuge, even if it's temporarily. And even with the listeners just passing through who aren't necessarily subscribers, they're temporarily here. You are welcome, and have a safe space to be and to heal and to rest. And so she started this process in the hopes that if she ever finds her sisters, or if they ever hear about things happening over there, they'll come home and to rebind the family. And until then, you're making a family out of the people you get along with and helping each other through. So here we go. Enough of my chatting. There's no one here to stop me. So this is just a sneak peek on Heal Your Headache. And the background to me represents Soulcrest. Welcome, Emma Soul, to my lakeside village, Soulcrest, under the big April moon. Stay, rest, feel better soon. Okay, and because this is the sneak peek, basically this is 45 minutes of just to try to help you relax. There are binaural beats under it, so the best way to listen to this and get the best soothing effects is if you're wearing a headphones, you're going to feel that tickle in your brain, so they say. And I think I nodded off about 3 times trying to put this together and splice it up while that was going on. So let me just scan forward just a bit so you can have a look at going in and out. So here under the, now that we're really close up, you'll recognize this song. It's free for me. I've got the rights to it, so I'm gonna use it. I really like it anyways. I find it soothing. It could have different moods to it, but in this case, in the larger version on a monitor, you're gonna see that that is the April moon. We're just really up close, and the foggy bits are, you know, the trees. Like, it's kind of meant to be an up close look. And then bringing it down to the end, there are very few. It's not one packed with affirmations like my other videos. This has very little conversation, but I just peppered it in 3 spots with the 3 pictures so that it is unique to me and YouTube won't nail me for. I've heard that some people make sleep videos and that kind of thing, but they don't talk at all. You don't see their character, and so they get nabbed and they have to take things down. So I wanted to just make sure that I tie myself through it. Again, and there's more to this picture, some of it's cut off, but again, this represents that moon up above. Let's see if I can show it to you. And it's reflected down below. It's cut off here, and pieces of the village. So it's like we've moved through the village a bit, we're coming to the other end of it. It's lakeside. There's a little waterfall down. If you listen to the Lord, one of the other playlists, Raven Water Souls, you'll know about that. And again, this is my art, my digital art, not my hand-drawn art at all, not my painted art, but in interfacing with the Microsoft. So that's actually cut off. I can actually see her whole frame. But again, just to populate the screen, make sure YouTube knows it's me, it's mine, and I'm not just liked it. I hope that piques your interest. And if you were having headaches, I'm hoping that you will find that helpful. Maybe you'll go explore that later. I put that one into, let me see, like a self-care with Venus. Take care of yourself with Venus and MSOL. And so that's part of one of our podcasts now. So the podcast that I trade, that includes the Tuesday nights Riddle Me Din Din, because I think that's very different from everything else. I'm not going to turn my gamer nights into that, so Sundays won't become podcasts. And the Thursdays, they're not going to be podcasts. But the Tuckin' and Chills, I might. I don't know if I did put them in a podcast. But the Brave Immortal Souls, which are the original stories that I know I must go back and finish them up. Poor MSoul's still stuck in the tent. And in my head, the script exists, and I just, every time I sit down to do it, I end up doing 3 other things. So that's the fun of it. I have not run out of ideas. In fact, I just keep generating more, and as I see the analytics tweak, I end up abandoning some of the original intention, and that's why I made sure I made this video today. So some of what I originally intended to do is still being pumped out along with everything else. Yeah, so I hope you like. So for Hero Flame out there, if you pop in and actually see this, this art is for you. I wanted you to see something that I've created on my own. Well, you know, it's really the AI, but I told it what I wanted, and then I picked out the pieces that I like the most. Does that count? But I guess I have the rights to it, right? I think. I think that's how it works. But I really like it, and I like the soft colors. I like that kind of vibe. So I'm gonna take this down now. We're gonna remove that for now. And I find no way to go in and out of these tabs, being honest about that, without keeping popping that music, which is not what I want at all. But I'm just trying to reset up my screen, and I have to move things back and forth because everything's on top of each other. So that is something I'm struggling with. I do want to invest in a big second monitor if at all possible, because I think that would make a big difference. Um, and so I know you're hearing me clicking, and I know some of you really hate hearing the clicking, you've told me, and I don't know how to mask it at all. So but I have to do it. I have to do it. And we're going back into my war room now. Here we go. Oh no, that's not it. I have to keep sharing it. I forgot I have to share it because some of these things they're not really willing to pick up. Like if I want to pick up the game, it's got to be the video game entitled It's Searching. If I want to pick up the window, it's been very picky actually. And the screen, did it pick up what I wanted it to? Yes. Okay, so I'm bringing it back. We're going back to the war room. I'm gonna have to tweak it over here again. Wow, this is annoying. I'm so sorry, but whatever, we've got to do it. So here we are. Here, I'll look this way. So here are my new goals. I am a month and a half in, and I'm hoping by the end of the second month I can celebrate that we have 100 subscribers. Please spread the word. Please tell your friends, and have them check me out. Even if they don't subscribe, those watch hours will still help me out. But I would hope that you'll subscribe and follow me, hit that little bell. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep having fun creating and entertaining you all. And every time I get feedback that you like something, I'm very happy. And whenever I hear feedback of what to fix, I actually agree with you, because so far every creative constructive criticism has been given to me kindly, which I thank you for. And also I agree with you because it's on my mind too. I've just been too lazy to redo and fix up the old ones when they've come out strange, faded out, fuzzy, or too quiet. And I don't know why it's happening. I'm still learning. Fighting with my systems. My systems are fighting each other to get the jobs done, but working on it. And so far so good, I hope. And we have 71 subscribers, so I feel like we're close. I feel like we're in the running to get it, and hopefully my little mini shorts are going to come through for me, and I can use the information from those algorithms to do more. And when I find that better thumbnail, I will switch out the thumbnail too for that video. Um, and so, keeping this going, I'm going to tweak this some more. I just want to say thank you. And I think it's important to say thank you because, you know, maybe I waited too long to do this, and I definitely dodged it for a few years with people telling me to give it a try or come in with them. And I'm sorry I erased all my digital thumbprints in the world because I didn't want people to hack me. But this is actually a fun outlet, a nice hobby to have, keeps my mind going, and now I feel even less guilty playing video games because people are watching me play the video games. And I'll be honest with you, some of those video games get more people watching than the planned scripted health related shows that I'm doing. So I'm going to have to get back to that too. But yeah, how am I doing with the chit chat? Unless people tell me what they want to talk about, I'll just generate it from I don't know what. So, but we've been together now for about 42 minutes. Usually this goes for an hour. I think I cut things shorter now if viewers drop out before the hour's up. But I also will extend. I've had a pretty long run, I think 3 hours on Dragonflight last weekend because someone logged in when I was going to log off, and then it just started up a whole new thing in there, and we got a lot more done. So that's great. Nothing wrong with that. And so coming back over here. Oh, that didn't do what I thought it would do. Let's do this. You didn't see that, right? Anyways, let's make it more. I like it when it's a bit of a flag. There we go. Yes, I like things centered. I do make things asymmetrical some of the time, but this is it. And you'll notice that I've got the celebratory gold flickers all over everything popping off, and I just like it. Today I'm feeling really girly and shiny and everything. So I'm just super excited. Let me know if you like the VC in the square as a logo for me, or if I should keep my face as the logo, because I really haven't made decisions on the branding. I kind of didn't want to let go of my red and gold, and I don't know, but people who rigged me have made a very nice profile picture for me, so I've been using that in the thumbnail so far. And I don't know, I think the VC just looks very official and very Roman. And so let me know what you think. And part of the coloring I did with that was because originally my silver details in my army hair could have been gold, it could have been bronze. I went with the silver, even though in the real world I wouldn't be able to wear silver. I'm sure that if there's a mythical creature in my bloodline, it's got to be a werewolf, because, putting aside the need to wax, if I wear silver, I get burnt. I have an allergic reaction to metals that are not gold. I can pierce myself with gold all over the place, and the surgical steel is fine. But as soon as I replace it with silver or pewter or any kind of fake cheap tin, I actually get a burn from the metal, and it burns me. I go red and I bleed, and it's like someone has seared off the skin wherever it's touching me, and I could fight with it. I could be stubborn about it. Copper turns me green and then burns, and so I actually have some scar marks from places where, like, I had this one metal necklace that I attached my top to. I make clothes. Do you know I'm a cosplayer too? And so I would make a lot of tops back in when I go to dance clubs. I'd make these metal necklaces, and then I would put beads or put the cloth on it. So kind of like, handkerchief tops, that kind of thing. Just the vest on the front, you know. Yeah, I liked wearing as little as possible. Not just my gamer character. That was really me. And I really did things like that, and wore a lot of black and a lot of metal. And but if it was, and I just wanted, this top was awesome, and I just wanted to wear it. And so the back of my neck has this welt from being burned by the silver. And I was so stubborn. I had to wear it. It just looked too good. I had to wear it. I just kept my hair down. But boy, did I ever hurt myself with that. So my first thoughts were to have a gold gold medal on this outfit, black and gold. So I'm glad that Aridante, who's the mama of this character, gave me the bronze armbands here, metallic armbands. I'm studying it because I'm trying to figure out how to make this. I'm building the costume so I can cosplay it, hoping for YetiCon, which is in the Blue Mountains. I've got my tickets. I'm going to be staying at the site. Oh, Blue Mountains right now, people are skiing in their bikinis on the snow. I myself, that's where I go to swim. I go outdoor swimming all winter long out there on the weekends. It's a bit of a trek for me, but I live near the mountains, so I've been making use of that proximity this year and getting my exercise in that way. And I'm swimming in, the snow is all around me, and they're out there. So long as they don't fall, they're going to be just fine. And they're all getting in the news because the sun is just so hot around here. And yet we still have mounds of snow on the ground that haven't melted away yet. So, and next week we're going to get rain. Pretty crazy weather around here. Things are changing, I guess, a little bit. But whatever that blurb was about, I love this. I'm hoping that I will have the costume ready in time. I've got the pieces to build the wig because, of course, the some of the strands at the back were supposed to be a little bit more periwinkle to purpley, and the front, of course, the more baby aqua blue. And I guess they put teal streaks in it, little highlights. They seem to disappear. I know that means something. But that happened once we got it rigged. Sometimes it'll pick up the right color, and then when I have other backgrounds, sometimes those backgrounds become my color. It doesn't really bother me so much when I'm doing those. Some of them make it like pink or red, and it matches the background because the background's coming through, and it looks pretty cool. I think the only time it bothers me is a close up when it's black, like who dropped the ashes on my head. I don't know, but anyways, so. I think that's about all the chit chat I can generate on my own. We're very close. It's been 48 minutes, and I have nothing else I can feature for you. I can just tell you that I'm still pretty excited. I'm still running the food. I'm noticing that people liked more the DIY riddle me this recipes. One, it was for fun products and not just for recipes, where it's just one recipe per episode. The Tuesday night was made special because I thought it would pick up more people following, but it seems to not be picking up the following that originally it looked like it was gonna get. The other DIYs, like for the care products, skincare products, the toys, the fidget toys you can make, things like that. They seem to be more where the popularity is. And so I haven't decided yet. I'm going to do this for 3 months, and then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to do it just alternate every other week, the way I do with Tuck In and Chill and the Exploring Video Games nights. And that's okay because I could always try out something else. But for now, I'm going to keep it going for 3 months and then decide if it picks up a following or not. I know people are all on different time zones, and I know some of the ones that are watching are on the West Coast instead of the East Coast, and I am running it a little late for people in the East Coast who want to eat dinner right away. But because it's recorded, you can go back any other night. So that's why I thought I'll keep giving it a try for now. And so that may be a change coming up in the future. And that's the only change I'm contemplating right now. I think everything else I'm doing is a lot. I think I'm spread out a lot. And while I am talking to people for possible collaborations, I'm still waiting for the music to come in. I have permission to use 3 songs any way I like from a particular person out there, a very talented person. And I've got episodes already scripted, already the videos made. We're just waiting for the sound to layer on. And I'm so excited to introduce them to you once that gets going. And I've talked to people with some products and books and other stuff out there that are doing things, and we'll see what happens with all of that. Everyone's very busy, and everyone's busy in their business world and with their family lives and school and everything else going on. So I don't want to push anyone, but just to say, I did mention it after my first month that it was coming. It is still coming. It'll just take a little time, but on my end, I'm hustling as much as I can to get them done, and I can't wait because it just adds another layer. And I have been starting to sample the different teas, the different chamomile blend teas out there, so new product samples will be coming to you. I'm just a little slow at it because I want to not use something else that I've been using to help me sleep so that I can say for a full week or so fairly that this does help me or this doesn't help me. And I'm trying to do the positive product review. So if something's not helping me, I don't want to come in here and complain about it. I'm just not going to post it. But it does mean that it's taken some time to figure that out. So, because I'd rather show where I can connect with affiliates. And anything to do with health and sleep aid products is basically where my products will be looking at, and that will be the focus and specialty because that was where my original goals for making this character are. I still also debate, and I'm not ready for it right now, but in the future times, if this ever gets like old for anybody and I need a new avenue, the Dark V series, the Dark Venus, heads into much harder topics and taboo topics and the real nitty gritty of being a survivor of all the things I name in my trailer. And I was cautioned and warned coming out of the starting gate, don't do it. So I'm going to listen to those advisors for now. But know that that's something that does cross my mind because we are all healing from things, and maybe we'll always be working on healing from things. And for me too. And so that's a different kind of a series that if I were to make another change or if I were to delve into another channel topic, if I was paring back on something else that I was doing, if it's not picking up popularity, then this is another series that's on the back burner for me. And that's pretty much all that's on my mind for things that could possibly happen or change at a future time. Although I think I should still plug away at what I'm doing right now for at least 3 months, maybe 6, but I think 3 for sure. So far, so good. It may be small gains, it may be slow gains, but I'm learning every week, and I'm trying to learn other things as well to diversify what I do and what I can offer you. But until I, get the knack of it, some things won't show up here, and sometimes that means it takes away from developing more videos. But I don't know if I'm right or wrong about this, but I've got over 200 videos already there. And I'm running live episodes that mount that, and I'm running these shorts. It takes time to develop it all. I think I've got enough out there, and now it's just about developing in the directions that are going to bring you guys in and keep you here. So again, please help me out, all my dear subscribers. Thank you. I really, really appreciate and feel so encouraged by your support and you joining in my community here. I hope you don't mind that I call you MSoul, because I can't name everybody's name in every video. So MSoul, it means you. When you hear me talk to or about an MSoul, that's you, my subscriber. And I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. Time for dinner for many of you. It's just the afternoon for some of you, but dinner coming soon. And don't forget, if you don't know what to make for dinner and you don't have time to go out shopping, take a look through my Riddle Me Din Din series because I've got some neat ideas out there. And this past week was pretty unique. I was featuring a beverage and a roast chicken item, and an ice cream, all made with Earl Grey tea. That's right, Earl Grey tea. Captain Picard, I think you would be proud of me for this one. And I want to know if anyone will try it and tell me how it is. And I do usually try my recipes, but in this case, I'm not an Earl Grey tea drinker, so I didn't do it. But you can use other teas, and I have used strawberry green tea for the ice cream, and it was really nice. So I'm all for that. You can use whatever tea you really like. But it was interesting to me to see you could roast a chicken using tea as the base for the flavoring of the sauce. So that one I can do. And I do have a chicken that I bought today just for that purpose. So this is the one that I didn't try first, and I will be trying it this weekend. I'll be trying that for Sunday dinner. But let me know how it is. Give it an exploration. If you're bored out there, and you're looking for something new to do, check out my riddles, check out the recipes. They usually only take less than 15 minutes, even less than 10 minutes to prep. And not many things that I'll choose will take a long time to cook. But this one, because it was so unique that I could actually build a 3-part menu from Earl Grey tea, that I just had to do it. So it'll take some cook time for the chicken. It will take some freeze time for the ice cream. But the beverage you can have right away while you wait for both. I thought it was a good plan. Anyhow, so that's it for that. I'm basically all out of things to tell you. But that's all right. I should shut up sometime. I gotta breathe in at some point, right? Well, here's what's gonna do now. I'm gonna be leaving the war room. And as I do this, I have to shift over the sharing of the screen. And so you're gonna hear me click. I'm so sorry that I'm clicking. Closing things down. Oh, here, you know what? I'm going to show you this before I go because I haven't made it the full hour and I'd like to round off the hour. So I'm going to try to do a screenshot here of the little poll that I made. So this took me a little bit of time to do, but I think it's really cute. Let me get out of the way. Oh. I'm going to move me out of the way over here. Hi there. So what this is, and when you go into my community channel, so I'm playing around with the VTube Studio background, pick your own colors, and I'm just trying to switch myself around. I'm trying to make it look like I have different expressions, so, you know, from shy, coy, teasing, flirty, carefree, tired, sleepy, not amused, angry, frowny face, surprised, oh face, I don't know. No, I mean like, never mind, like an oh my god face. That is what I meant. And the beautiful colors. So I did my best to try to emote that. Please come into their channel. I also posted this on Twitter. Play with me. I want to know how you're feeling today. How much Venus are you feeling? How Venus are you today? Man or woman, let me know which one resonates with you. I do realize that this comes out pretty blurry, and I don't know why some of the things that I make are coming out blurry, because when I see it on my screen when I hit enter or upload, it's not blurry to me. So I do apologize for that, and eventually I will learn the mystery of this, because I don't want to be blurry. I'm a new being out there in the digital world, and I'd like to look shiny and new. Yep, shiny. I love my hair. Okay, so at least, okay, good. I dragged this out. We're going to make it to an hour, everybody. So now I'm going to turn this off. Say goodbye to you. That is in the community tab page. So please go in there and vote. I've got 3 things in there that you can vote on or respond to now, and I'd love to hear from you. So let's have some fun in there. And now I am finally getting to the part that I have been lately forgetting to run, and I remember to run it right after I've stopped my recording, and I go back in, and so I can't attach it. I can't download and reattach. So that's another thing of bloopers that I've got to go in and fix as soon as possible. So there are a few times where you see this end screen all by itself, where it really shouldn't have been there by itself, but that's because I was trying to make a save and still run it for my live viewers who were still online, not logged out yet, to give the opening and closing screens. Anyways, this is supposed to be me in my war room. I want to explain, so why not explain this so we can hit our hour mark. Hey, Hero Flame, I'm just explaining my end screen because I was going to run it, but now you're here, so I might have to take it down. So just to let you know, this is supposed to be part of the war room, so an ancient Roman room, the ancient columns, some plants in the background. But this chair is actually fashioned after an ancient Roman chair, the kind that Caesar would have sat in the Senate. He just sat in a simple chair. He didn't have some big elaborate throne like the kings of England, but it's all leather straps. And I wanted leather straps because the subby in me says leather is good. and I wanted to have a nod to that. So I know it looks really dark here in this picture, but if you ever look up a real Roman chair with the leather, it's a light brown leather on, like, it looks like wrought iron or cast iron legs and things holding it up. So, and this is just a simple chair, but lots of straps. You can fall through, I suppose. Wind yourself up in it if you want. And that was meant to be, this was meant to be my war room. And in the back was supposed to be the red marble with the gold veining that you see me use as my war room when I do my Saturday chats. And then here I am. I'm trying to stretch out my screen so I can see the chat better. I can see you here. You can keep it up. Oh, yay. Yeah, why not? I'll just hang out in this room. I'll hang out in this room right now. I don't have to look at her. But this, too, is my emotes for my character is supposed to have glowing eyes because I wanted to be able, and eventually I'm going to pay to rig my M-Soul, my soul character, which is supposed to be my pet. But it's probably a year or two away. I'd have to monetize first. Thank you. So you were asking me, Hero Flame, about artwork that I did myself. And so these are drafts from me. The originals look so bad. I'm not going to show them to you here, but here I'm trying to get out of your way. So this is basically, this chair is because of, I basically downloaded a real ancient Roman chair, ancient Roman columns. This is the outline of a draft, but I couldn't color it in the way Aridante colored in this avatar of mine. So basically I used Corel Paint and just watercolored this thing. If you saw the digital collage I made out of bits and pieces of other things to patch this together, it was really ugly, but that's why I ran it through Corel to have a picture. So this is something that I did. Let me get out of your way. Something that I did. And the eyes are glowing. I'm trying to say, well, we're in a darker room, so they're glowing. She's watching the person, daring them to come take their seat. Because it's her chair, really. She's the boss. But if it pleases you, you may sit. Yeah, thank you. And I don't know if you'll have time later, Hero, to go backwards and check out this episode later. I actually featured a new video for getting rid of migraines or headaches. I don't know if that's something you would need. Thank you. You know, if I could find it, give me a moment since you're here. I'll show you the very first sketch of this face. Now, I actually gave my Aridante pictures of me in a bikini so they could model things. And I wanted my eyes to be almond because my eyes are almond. And this nose really does kind of look like my nose. And I do have a tiny chin and a big forehead. Like, I have a very natural anime face, which is why when people started telling me that, I started going to cosplays. That was why. So I'm built for this. But I actually tried on a tablet to make pictures. You're going to hear me clicking, and I'm not going to be moving much because I'm going to see if I can find for you, because you wanted to see my art. Now, there's things I've really drawn and things I've really painted. A lot of things have been stolen over the years when I used to put things up on public walls. But stuff with my friend. But let me see what I can find. I might have moved it all onto somewhere else, but let me just see. I know where I put it. Okay, I'm just plugging in a different drive. Let me see here. I'll show you something since you're here. How are you doing anyways? Last time I heard from you, I wasn't sure if you were feeling well, and I know you're a private person. Yes, I am used as the base of this model, and if you look at my playlist for dear subscribers or message to my subscribers, those are me. I posterize myself. I didn't want to show my real self, but back before I had an avatar that was rigged, I didn't know what else to do other than the pictures of the ancient ruins. And so I'm sorry, I'm trying to close a pop-up. I bought, like, I guess Norton to hide my VPN and be my security from scammers, but it's always popping up things in my way. And even though I tell it to stop, it never gets out of my way. Okay, sorry. So I'm going in. So you're going to see my real face. in a couple of the pictures. I posterized it. I would have rather been able to posterize all of them, but it was there are things that I did in the very first stuff, like the glowing soul ball and things, that I never did again because they were free trial stuff, and I didn't want to pay to get more. So let me see. I'm going into my eDrive. I'm going to see if I can find for you the first face I drew using a tablet. I haven't drawn these things for years, and I had never used a tablet. And I'll be honest, since August, I haven't used the tablet again right now. Now that I have this avatar. Um, but I'm going into my stuff to see if I can find for you my real art, since that was a request you had. So, oh, I know what I can show you. So to give you an idea of my progression or non-progression, um, let me show you what can you see this here? This is what I did, mix match. This is what I did first before you got the end screen that I have now. So do you see what I did? And then I ran it through layers of Corel Paint, Corelware, and I did a lot of patchwork to try to erase, hide, or this is one version of like how I mapped it out, and then it became something later. It took me time. Thank you, Hero Flame. I hope I am. I'm not. I was never a 10. I'm a short stack, but I was never hideous. So this is what it was, and then I'm gonna take this down. This is what it became by running it through the system. So I hope that counts as my art. It's my attempt at art. I never went to school for this. I'm learning it all now since July and August, when I got it into my head to finally, you better just get online and try this out. But yeah, if you look at the subscribers, dear subscribers, or message to my subscribers playlist, there's got to be me in 2 or 3 places. So the real girl you see, that's me. But I prefer to replace them with posterized versions of me. Yeah, yeah, that's the final result, because I couldn't do what this avatar of Venus looks like. This one here, I could never do this. This is a miracle to me. But that I could do. I can at least give an idea of what my vision was to the artist that did it, and I'm appreciative that they had the patience to do it with me. Okay, I'm gonna look for something else for you. So if that shows you my process, that's how I start and how it ends up. And there's a lot of fails in all of this, but that's okay. Some of it gets used, and some of it I just keep to prove that it was me in case I get dinged, because sometimes I've been dinged for a potential plagiarism, and then I have to go and prove myself. So I have, and then they've removed that kind of dings off of me. And I'm just a person that keeps paper trails, so even if it's my digital work. So I'm going through looking for my first tablet drawings. Getting closer to finding it. Bear with me. I'm finding pictures that never got developed, but my first thoughts for some of the screens. Okay. This is not the first. This is the one I tried to call. Okay, well, I'll do this one first. So the very first time that I used a tablet, after not drawing for many years, this is what it was. So I'll put me beside me. And that squiggly ball is supposed to be the soul. So this is what I did. Not the best, but I didn't know what I was doing. But that was my very first use of a tablet. That's what I got back in July. And I'm gonna close this one up. And you're welcome. Well, I'm glad. And so then I tried to colorize this thing, and you'll see that it's more to life, because I was debating lavender in the hair. So you'll see, like on the avatar here, the lavender's more fed into the highlights of the back of the hair, because my real hair is actually, I have 3 different backgrounds in me, so it looks like it's dark at first, but I've always had silver even as a baby, so that doesn't mean I'm old. It just means I have a great memory. But my hair and the underside is darker, and the parts that get in the sun will be more like a reddish, and then everything on top at the front that's always in the sun is the blonde. And so my hair's got like 12 colors, at least 6 different textures, from very tightly curly to very poker straight. It's always tangled on itself, and that's why my avatar has such wild hair. My hair can really, when I wake up, stand out like a lion's mane, and sometimes it hurts to brush and I don't want to. So sometimes I'm in messy buns just to get it off my face when I have to do things. But when I pay for someone to straighten it out or something, it might look something like this. And I debated the color of the eyes because I wanted, if the pet soul comes out and it's blue and it's talking to her, then the blue goes with the soul, and so her eyes left behind are green. But when the soul is in the body animating it, like when you're one with yourself, then the blue is shining, or the silver blue is shining from the eyes. And so that's what brings me to go back to the glow in this one's eyes here. So if that little backstory, I mean, it's a backstory in my own head, but my own eyes changed color. They've been different colors in my lifetime. They're very dark brown now, but they've gone honey gold. They can go green in the summertime. Yeah, thank you. You go through those years where you dyed all sorts of colors, and now I have all sorts of colors of wigs because I got into anime and cosplay. It's a lot of fun. So until the day I go bald, and I don't think I'll ever go bald. You could cut my hair and make a wig out of it, and I'd still have hair. I'm lucky that way. I'll be grateful for that. Yeah. So, yeah, so that's basically it. So, Hero, just to recap for you, this is a month and a half in for me as a VTuber, and I have 71 subscribers. I don't know what you think of my very short shorts, but I've been playing with the algorithm, trying to figure out what colors, what word choices and titles, what sound effect, what is it that's making it work. So most of it's exactly the same with a different color tint every time and a different secret sound in the last second and a half to 2 seconds of these 5 second clips. And what I'm doing is seeing which ones are actually getting me over 1,000 views in a half a day, or 2,000 views by the end of the day or two, compared to the ones that aren't getting any hits at all when they look exactly the same and they're doing the exact same thing. So I'm trying to figure out what colors to focus on, what to brand my logo with based on that. Thank you so much. Yeah, slowly growing. So I said today, I got so excited. My new goal is to get 100 subscribers. To me, that would be huge. Because the first couple weeks in, I didn't think I'd get 50. So I'm so happy. And also so happy to see you here before I log off. I'd hate to think you finally logged in just as I just left. That would be awful. Yeah. So I'm wondering what else I might have I could show you. I don't know. I'm going through my pictures right now. Oh, so the other thing is, I had a nod out to you today when I was showing a sneak peek at my Heal Your Headache video, because all of the backgrounds I made with the interface with the AI program from Microsoft when it was a free trial a couple weeks ago. So those are my results of digital art using the AI program. I don't know if it really counts as my art, but it was my words that told it what to give me. So I'm claiming it as mine. I think that it means it's mine. Oh, I think I can show you this. I'll show you this. I don't know if anything will ever come of this. But this is MSoul. I'm more envisioned a Comet Ball. The artist who did my avatar whipped this up for me may or may not become part of a logo. It kind of looks like a eyeball with its little retina things, little veins hanging out. I don't know, but it's supposed to be that this can go in through my chest and out through my eyes. And I eventually want to, once I monetize, pay to, when my eyes are glowing, there's supposed to be a slow pulse. And I think Nikhil Sapra already coded for it to do this as an emote, but I wanted to jump out of my eyes and like smack itself against the monitor like a paint splat whenever I need to slap someone in the face for saying something really cheeky. Um, well, in this mode, like when it moves around, it would be more like a comet. But then when it's more floaty, it could raise its sides like arms to hug or to reach out, to like patting cheeks to make someone raise their head kind of thing, feel better. Because one of my monologues from my original series, it is me talking to MSOL, MSOL talking back, where you really just hear bell chimes. These are my early days before I had an avatar, and I was just trying to hold the channel open for once I had a rigged character to talk to you through. But basically, this is supposed to float around my face when I'm knocked out. Like, playing on the gamer character, if I die, it has to get back in, and then I'm me again. And so, like, you're resurrected or resuscitated. And then when you conk out, it can come out. So, but it has its own consciousness. It's like our subconscious talking to our conscious mind in some of my monologues that I do, or I will be doing in the future as well. Things to, when you look yourself in the mirror and you have to pep talk yourself, it's kind of like that, except I wanted to create, it's like a soul pet. And so MSoul is this, MSoul is you, MSoul is my subscriber. That's kind of like the embodiment of it. And yeah, and my thought of it is going in through the heart and out through the eyes. It's the opposite of an ancient Roman idea that love was an actual physical, chemical, scientifically measurable reaction. If you fell in love with someone by sight, like they've taken a piece of your soul out of your heart through your eyes. You are now in love with them. They put a piece of themselves through your eyes down into your heart, and then they close the circle in a marriage. They would say that there was a vein from your heart to your ring finger on the left side, and that's where they would put their ring, a gold ring. And there's understandings about the gold and what that meant as well. But to close the circle. And the idea was that, well, I'm mixing lots of ideas, but I just love these ancient Roman ideas, and I'm everything ancient Rome. That's good, not the horrible stuff. But interesting theories behind soul back then, and I just really love playing with those ideas. And we could call it the id, ego, super ego. It's me and myself and my eye. Get in and out through my eye. Look myself in the eye when I have to face facts and decide to do the hard thing if it's the right thing, which sometimes I've had to do. So that's my ramble, but this is on a back burner just because of the money involved in making this a reality. So it exists, and it's my stamp or my watermark that shows up on the very bottom corner of a lot of my episodes. You'll see this watermark. Thank you so much. You know what? I spent a lot of time thinking about it, but it's the learning how to do the computers to show what I really wanted to show. That's been the hard part and what slowed it all up for me. But I'm still excited to see it sort of coming to life. I'm excited that this is here, and and that it's reaching anybody is really great. So yeah, so that's a sneak peek into the background of you're learning about my thinking, the things I play with in my mind. Is there anything you'd like to see me do or hear me chat about before I go today? I will be back for sure tomorrow for Dragonflight as usual. I'm looking through my pictures. I know there's other kinds of art I've done, and a lot of it doesn't exist anymore because it got ruined with all of my moves, but let me see. I'm searching my files here. wondering what, there is something else I could show you. But it's not typical art, but it's something I did for my most recent cosplay. Let me see if I can get a good visual on it for you. So you know that I play the World of Warcraft. And in the World of Warcraft, I always loved the Bejeweled fishing pole. And I love the idea of taking an NPC character and being it so you can give it a life and it can go travel. It's not just stuck with that cart all the time. And so one of the things I did was I made a Marsha Chase character. She's the fishing trainer in Dalaran. And so I made the Bejeweled fishing pole, and I turned my old covering from my old sofa that I had to get rid of after 13 years of good service. Let me see, I'll show you this picture. So this is getting a sneak peek into my world. So this is, I sewed this out of, so this gold part here is the fishing pole, which I took a tomato stake, like a tomato holder, you know, you grow tomatoes on it, and I bound it with painter's duct tape, and then I painted it gold, and then, but I left one half of it exposed, so the string coming out of it, and I used a cork here and felt to make the feathers instead of using feathers, and then this here is the tiny blue carp. Of course, this is as big as a backpack, and people took pictures of this thing. I did this all by hand. Took me a couple of days to work on it, and all sewn one piece. And actually, a lot of people thought I was She-Ra, running around with She-Ra's sword because of the way I was holding it. But so this is like the hand sculpted thing that I do. Let me see here. It's hard to see because the sun's in the way, but so it has tiny little weird fins. But that is how the carp is shaped. It's got a really big body. And you can see a little more of the fishing pole there. See how I've got pieces jutting out. It actually looks very Japanese-ish, kind of like the swords. Oh, so fun to entertain you. And so these are pictures not of the completed part, but how I finished the end handle. Of course, I did paint this gold. But so that's felt with art wire. I'm very good at putting art wire inside my hemlines so that I can force a shape and make it look billowy even if I'm walking. I make very billowy stuff. But so this is the fishing go-go playing hockey all my young life. I taped it up like a hockey stick. Then I painted it brown. This part is brown. Everything else is gold. This part's gold. And this is like the jewel box for the Bejeweled. So all there's little gems I glued all along underneath. And this is just felt to look like the flames coming off of the jeweled pole. Yeah. So. And I'm not a pink person, by the way. My sister feng shuied me for Christmas, and she gave me the pink. It was revenge for me getting all of her friends to buy her pink animal prints one year for her birthday. But, yeah, so that's something I physically made with my own two hands. I'm a handy kind of person. So it surprises even me that I'm in the digital world at all, that I understood anything at all, but it was really, really hard to get started and really, really hard to figure out like who out there on YouTube was explaining things in a way that I could even take a step one. But I'm really appreciative for how many people are out there actually helping to teach us what to do, like leaving room in the industry for everybody. And and I'll show you something really cute. The front of my fish's face. Now, of course, I sealed that mouth up with another piece to make fat lips around the cork. So I really very, very meticulously secured the rope inside of here and then sewed big fat lips around the thing. So it can never be detached. It'll always be there. But it's really cute. I had a man walk up behind me, not say hi to me, but just get up really close to me so he could take a picture of the fish's face. And some people wanted to know if I made dolls and sold them. But this took me some time. I do it without patterns. Everything I sew, even my clothes, I do without patterns. I just kind of put it together. And if it doesn't look right, I keep doing things until I run out of stuff. I'm very good at recycling stuff to make things useful. If I have to throw something out, I'll find a way to use pieces of it for something else. So that's just a little sneak peek into me for anyone looking at this later on. So this is what I do for cosplay. I go that extra. I do that little bit extra. Oh, got lots. There we go. Bringing us back into the war room. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I learned at a young age I can sketch things, but I can't make it look finished as a picture. I have to take my sketches and finish them with something else, with metal or like embroidery or a physical thing. So I'm more like the draftsman than the artist. Yeah, but I at least can make things so that the person with the right talent can understand what I'm trying to get. But as far as the costumes, cosplays, I have a lot of fun with that. I'll say that my mom always made our clothes when we were little, and I had the homemade um, costumes at home. My mom did a lot of work for us like that, and I think if I had had kids, I probably would have done it. I promised myself I'd never do it to my dogs. My dogs escape that, except at Christmas time. I would give them little bow ties or little fluffy things around their neck, and everybody in the world stops to look at dogs when they're dressed cute on their little walks. But I mostly don't do that. I mostly don't do that to animals. I let them just be animals because they don't get to vote. So yeah. So how have you been doing? Tell me something about you. How are you feeling today? Oh, also, if you get a chance, go look at that poll in the community channel and fill that in for me. You haven't voted yet on any of it, I think. So I'd love to see your points of view. I'm actually, since you're here, not sure what I'm going to feature on Thursday night. Um, the next time I'm on, I'm actually the next. Okay, so next week I'm going to be doing Tuck In and Chill. So it's not until the 27th. But what video game would you like to see me try to get to next? Uh-huh. Because I think I'm all out of the free access to Blizzard games. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I need to know, do you drink Earl Grey tea? Because my dinner menu that I made for last Tuesday's episode was both a chicken recipe and an ice cream recipe and a drink recipe, a cold drink, using Earl Grey tea. So if you're a tea person, you could use your favorite tea for those recipes. And I just had a laugh because it was like my Jean-Luc Picard day in my head when I put that menu together. Oh, here's something I can put up for you. All right, I'm going to put a new background. Let's try to make it as big as I can. So this behind me is one of the pictures generated that I used in my video I featured tonight for getting rid of headaches. So I call this my Village of Soulcrest, and I talk about it in one of my episodes in the Brave Immortal Souls series called Whispers in the Wind, or Carried in the Wind. And this was made by me interfacing with the AI from Microsoft to generate art for me. So this is my digital art. And I saved enough pictures before my little trial ran out to do a couple of episodes with these nice little is it Lofi? Lofi Colors. Oh, so you like the chicken recipe better than some of the stuff I've done lately? What kind of recipes would you like me to look into? Because if I know vegetables or fruits or certain ingredients or certain styles, cultural food styles that you prefer, then I'll go all in on building a theme around that. Because I'm looking for new ideas actually. Yeah, I like the dreamy soft stuff. So to me, this is Soul Crest, and you know what it was, that full moon in April. Everyone was calling it the pink moon, so I told it to make me a pink April moon over a village by the water. So I love living near the water. I do live near water. I can at least see the water from here. It takes me maybe 10 minutes to get there. I love swimming, so it makes sense to me that I would want to live near water. Yep, and it sets off my hair. Is there any kind of food style that you want me to explore for the dinner? Or is there any kind of special, like certain style of self care product that I haven't done a recipe for that you might want to try out? And I can go looking for some, do an episode around that. I have to remember to smile. I have my resting face is I have a small mouth with big cheeks, so I feel like my cheeks weigh down my smile. So it takes a lot sometimes to make my avatar smile for me. Like I have to make a really, really big smile on purpose. Sometimes when I can't get my rigging to smile, like do a grin, I put my hand sideways. See, that's my hand making me grin. And when I'm grinning with my own mouth, I think it's too small. It does this resting biatch face. But I'm trying to smile. I enjoy so much. I'm not a picky eater. I'm not allergic to foods. I'm so grateful for that. That I could do anything. But I am trying to be mindful of. Originally, when I started it, it was supposed to be use up the stuff left over in here that people forget they have in their cupboard. Like there's always certain things people will always buy. Or I mean, making the assumption I'm using the North American assumption or the European, I guess, assumption of what's normal to have in your kitchen. But yeah. So you like the roast chicken better than, or was it the ice cream that you liked better, or is it the drinks that you like? What part of the dinner menus do you like most? Sometimes, actually, I collected recipes by their colors at one point because sometimes I divide my days of the week when I'm playing with myself to make sure I get all my nutrition. So that one day I eat blue foods, like well, that would, and one day I would eat purple foods. One day it's going to be red foods. Peppers are great because they have all sorts of colors of peppers. So peppers make their way into a lot of my cooking. Um, Today though, I did stuffed mushrooms. I did the shiitake mushrooms, and I stuffed them because I like mushrooms very much. But I haven't. I don't think I've done anything like that in my shows yet. Hmm. See, this is my hand. This is when I drop my hand. It's bad, and I am grinning, and yet she's frowning. I actually love spicy food. I used to cook with. I tried. They're called fingertip peppers. They're small. They're really red, and I was warned that they will burn through you, and it's so painful if they burn through and get to the nerve endings in your fingers. So I wore plastic gloves, And the juices in them were so strong they got through the plastic gloves really fast. I was in so much pain. But did I ever have the best tomato sauce I ever made in my life? It was amazing. But I was crying. It hurt. Do you like the spicy food? I'm actually full blown making my mouth open as wide as I can to get that smile. I just have a small mouth. And I'm grinning. Okay, I'm going to grin right now. Oh, there. Oh, I did it. But see now, it's given up on me. Then I put my hand up sideways to make like a line in front of my mouth, and then it grins. It's hilarious. So when I get tired, I just put my hand up. That's my hand. Actually, I've never seen him do that before. Hmm. So, oh, and I don't know if you know, but I've been trying a couple of times to run Streamlabs at the same time as running Twitch to try to become a presence on Twitch to try to grow. And I don't know if any of my subscribers came through that. I'm not doing the best job of it because both of them want to take up almost all of my screen and it leaves me no room to see the game I'm trying to play. So it's been hard to do, but I have tried a couple of times. Huh. Yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty much all my news. You'll see that I've tried to shape things up. I've got a preview whatever movie now that I made and I stuck in on the homepage, and I'm doing polls and vote things for the community page. I don't know how often to change it up. I think once every couple of weeks should be fine. And I'm playing around with these promos, so I hope they don't drive you nuts. They look the same except tinted different colors. The starting sounds are the same, and the last second or so is a different surprise sound. And it'll all come together to make sense in May. I, I'm debating between what I wanted to do and what I can actually do on the computer. I've been trying to learn new things to have something new to show for my 2 month anniversary. But until then, I'm going to keep zapping these promos because I'm trying to learn how to tweak that algorithm. Think I'm understanding how to work it, but not sure. So they're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. I need to take a little bit of time tomorrow to develop those because after this show tonight, I'm going to take a break from the computer. Did a lot of running around today, and I've got to do some laundry. Real world is calling. Yeah, and I'm hoping to do some swimming tomorrow too. I feel better that I've gone back to swimming. Have you been getting active out there? Is there anything that you really like to do? No, I think the trouble is that since COVID locked things down, I haven't had enough to do. And I wish I had thought about doing this then. But back then, I was looking at ASMR artists like Vox Akuma and thinking, oh my god, I want to come out of the box like that. But he's probably gone to school for this. He's got a voice like I can't match. And he's the sex appeal kind of thing, which I'm not going to do. Though I will say my avatar is really, really cute. And but I do think her next to his looks just as I think that's on par. So my wish for that was met, and I just want to build up my own skills. But he'd be the one I looked at as it was intimidating, but I was in awe of this guy, and I'm one of his kindred, I guess you could say. Even though I'm doing this for myself. Um, yeah, and I wanted to come out of the box as close as possible to these professional people. Teaching myself, and lucky I've met some good artists on the way. But yes, in saying that, to also stay active physically when I turn off the computer is important. And I haven't been active enough, and I'm happy to get back out there in this beautiful weather. I feel really bad if I'm sitting inside all day and the sun is shining. I just want to be outside. So that's another reason why I pushed back my Saturdays and Sundays to being in the evening instead of in the daytime so I could go out and do stuff. Okay, Hero, I've got to know because I'm a Harry Potter fan. You've never told me. Do you know which house that you would belong to if you went to Hogwarts? Or have you tried to play the Harry Potter Hogwarts Puzzles and Spells? Because I love this game. And I finally left the Monster Book of Monsters chapters, and I'm in the Where's the Wizard? And it's really cool. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, Hero, I think for me, I'm about ready to log out, and I was happy to see you today. Know that I'm waiting to find out what your preferences are for shows and stuff. Do you want me to write you a poem or a song? I have to get to know you better, but I would. Or to dedicate an episode to you? I sort of did with the sleep video because I wanted you to see my digital art there. Awesome. And I don't know if you like them, but I tried to make shorts where it's like face yoga and sitting in your chair yoga for the upper body. They're terrible because I don't have a lot of motion, but I did what I could. And just for a laugh, have a look at them and tell me what you think. Because one day when I monetize, I'm gonna invest in being able to do jumping jacks or something with my character so I can lead some DPA from the living room. Thank you. It was so nice. I'm so glad to see you back, and glad you're feeling a little better from the other day. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna log in around 6:30 for Dragonflight as our norm, and got to work on the original quest line because that is what's going to get me that dragon. Yeah. I'm glad you made it. You always make it just in time, and then we seem to be able to chat for at least another good 40 minutes just to catching up, which is really nice. And yeah, and I'm glad I got to show you some of my art and the history behind this lovely end screen here, which was my best attempt at digital creativity. Yes, and you too get plenty of rest for you. Please check out my get rid of headaches videos if you do get headaches or migraines, and let me know if it's soothing, if it's helpful, or if it's just annoying. Let me know. I hope that it would be soothing because I really liked it. So it's the softer side of me. All right, Hero. Thank you so much for coming out today and chatting with me. Yes, cheers to you. I don't know how to make an emoji. Let me see. It won't let me make. Okay, I'm just going to give my messages verbally because apparently I need to sign in to chat with you here. So, but what I do have is I have my glass of ice water as usual, and I am raising my glass to you, Hero, and all my subscribers and viewers passing by. To your health and mine, chin chin, and salute, salute. I don't know what you say. What do you say when you cheers? Oh, good. I just downed 3 gulps of it all at once. Goodbye, sir or ma'am. Are you sir or ma'am? I'll just call you Hero. Goodbye, my hero. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. All right. It's my end screen signing off with my favorite public domain song that I can use because it's free. I'm so trying very hard not to copyright anything. All right. Hero, have a great day, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. And if so, I look forward to it. If not, have a wonderful weekend. And here we go. Take care. And signing off, it's Venus Kalita.
Thank you.